build and not talking about this nonsense. So we'll do that video again. We got to talk about this fella right here. So this guy has contacted our company multiple times, cursing, death threats, all kinds of stuff. And he calls himself Minister Brethren Derrick. He's basically, his real name is Derrick Williams. And Derrick Williams has been caught multiple times contacting our company with some very rude messages, always cursing us out. As a matter of fact, we even have him on a video recording that I did where he contacted my cell phone, screaming, carrying, and cursing out. Keep in mind, not a minister in any way whatsoever, not a person of God in any way whatsoever. He is what you call the sheep and wolf's clothing. He's actually a criminal. And the reason why he's a criminal, because Mr. Williams, you contacted my company multiple times. As a matter of fact, you committed multiple terms of post office fraud, and we have a charge on you. Allentown Police Department, we have a charge on you. We have letters that were sent over with your name on it. Let me see. Let's go over here and let's pull you up. You're going to the blacklist today, buddy. You're impersonating a minister. You're not a minister in any way whatsoever. You're not a man of God. You have no doctorate, nothing whatsoever, no degree whatsoever. You are basically claiming to be a minister. This is something you're not. Keep in mind, this is against the law. You can't do this. So, glad we found your YouTube channel, because I was wondering where this thing was at. Let's go over here and see what he has here. He wrote in his description of who he is. So basically, his channel is dedicated to getting people to put God and Jesus first. Interesting. And keep in mind, we have over 1,000 emails from this individual contacting our company, acting up and carrying on. And again, curse words, death threats, you name it. This guy has basically called this everything in the book. But yet he's supposed to be a man. Wants everyone to walk with God. No, buddy, you walk with the devil. And we're going to prove you walk with the devil. Let's go over here and let's pull up documents that we have on here on you. So you sent some interesting letters to our neighbors, carrying on and acting up. You were stalking my company. We have emails with your name attached to it. Got yourself in a lot of trouble. Mr. Williams is going to jail for a very long time because Mr. Williams has multiple accounts of mail fraud where he contacted our company. He was contacting other people and making false claims against us, trying to get us kicked out and try to make trouble for us. So he's got himself in a lot of trouble. And you're not a preacher in any way whatsoever. I'm glad I got a picture of your face. That's good. That's what we need. I'm going to take pictures of that, your account, all that's documented. And we're going to walk that right over to the FBI today, because they have all your information down there. We're also going to be taking a trip over to the United States Postal Service. I have to go over there anyway for Mr. McAfee. We have to meet with someone over there because we have identity theft involved. There's a couple of heavy charges that are involved with those individuals from there. And as you can see, Jamie just took a run, because Jamie's trying to get as far away from this as he possibly can. But as you can see, he ain't going to get that far. So let's go in here and figure out where we have you at, Mr. Derrick Wilson. Oh, and let me get here in my drawer. I have messages from you that sent over. It's got your handwriting on there. It was Mr. McAfee. There we go. So you call yourself a preacher of God, right? A man of God? And it won't take long for us to track down your church, right? I'm going to send them down some information about you, because I'm pretty sure if they knew that you were carrying on with this kind of activity, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't want you in the church anymore. There we go. That's you, buddy. Yep, your fingerprints are inside these little envelopes right here. This is where we're told to bring down. They're going to open these up. They're going to dust for your prints. And in here, we're going to find all the information. And, of course, your fingerprints are attached to these. And each one of these carry 20 years of a prison sentence term in here. See, the thing about it is, when I told you everything comes back to me, everything that you sent out, no one opened one letter, not one of them. If they had opened any one of these, the fingerprints pretty much would have been dissolved, but no one opened one of them. And that allowed us to be able to get our hands on each one of these. And each one of these have your fingerprint sitting on the inside of them. So that means that it's definitely you. And that means that each one of these carries 20 years in jail. And look, judging by your face, man, you're a pretty old guy. So you're definitely going to have some problems. This is Daniel McAfee. This is when I told him at the end of the day, go run, and he didn't take it. So guess what? Yeah, life over that quick. How we basically let life go. Jamie's running already, but the message to Jamie, we'll have process servers at your front door. So just want to remind you, we know where you're at. So yeah. Okay, let me see what we have here on this guy right here. And I've got voice message. You called my place runs over at the garage and you were carrying on and acting up. You basically announced who you were. So we got your voice recording carrying on. I'm going to locate the church you're in. We're going to send them over a nice big package. Once we get done the criminal reports and all that, send it over to them. I don't think they're going to want you over there anymore. And you're actually a bit of a, you're a fake at the end of the day, a false prophet. That's what you are. But I found your channel. I was looking for that channel for quite some time. We couldn't figure out exactly where it was at. I got some other stuff I'm going to be posting. Fake minister. Had a nerve to talk about walking with God. And you hear yourself on your channel carrying on, ranting and acting up. As I said before, your product, you can't sell it. You can't. That's the end of that. You can't sell your product. And the reason why you can't sell your product, because number one, it doesn't work. If someone were to tell me that I can't sell my product, I'm selling it anyway, because you know I can back it up 100%. And anyone that's going to stand in the way of it, I'll crush you in the process with no problem. I stand behind my work. You guys can't. All we have to do is say you can't sell it. And you know what we do with our brutal testing. Your stuff can't back up to what we're doing here, so you know you can't sell it. That's the end of it. That's why it's product's not on eBay. And that's where I have to ask, at the end of the day, the handwriting is absolutely horrible. It's not the handwriting, it's the spelling that's even worse. So let me see where we got you at. Oh, I know where we have you at. I'm going to have to send you over to my messenger and we can bring up everything. Oh, yeah, definitely bring up everything from there from messenger like we did with the other one. All right, we're going to go into messenger, find it my account, send everything over to my account, go into my Facebook, pull everything up, and you can see everything that we have on Mr. Williams. Yeah, you even signed your name to that letter. Remember you sent it to the neighbor? And the interesting about it, the neighbor never threw it away. He kept it. Where you basically acted as if you were an inspector of Allentown. But for some reason, you come from Maryland. We even have the building you're in right now, the apartment number. We know who owns the building. All that's been already taken care of. So that way we know exactly what to address the process server in Maryland to your front door. So is he a minister? No, he's not. We did a check. There's no information. There's no doctrine. There's not a thing. Keep in mind that is a felony. You can't do that. You can't basically pose to be a minister when you're not a minister. Are you posing to be a minister so you can get free taxes? Because you do know they don't have to pay taxes. So I have a sister who works for the IRS. I can have her dig into that for me. Because you know that's one of the things about churches. Churches don't pay taxes. And if he's on there claiming to be a minister, then there's a problem there. That's why some of these people start up some fake churches at the end of the day because they don't pay any taxes at all. So, the person you sent that letter to, she works for the IRS. She's going to dig through your stuff. And I got a funny feeling you're posing to be a minister so you don't have to pay any taxes. So, let's get to digging. Let's find out exactly why you're going around posing as a minister. I'm thinking it's before you can get out of paying taxes. You didn't know that, did you? The person you sent that message to their house, they work for the IRS. Good luck on that. She's got a couple of people on investigation right now. And keep in mind, if you said, oh, but she's over here. No, they've got ties everywhere in different branches. So you can contact somebody over there and they can pick up the investigation. All she has to do is put in a report. That's it. See, got to be careful whose door you knock on. You never know who's going to be on that door. So let me see. I think I'm going to go pull it up. I think it's on my phone, because we had to transfer that file over and over again. And I did have somebody do a background check on him, and he's not, like I say, he's not a minister. He's a fake. Let me see what we got going on here. Bum, 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 Oh, this is more stuff on Mr. Man. Mr. Fernando's got himself in trouble. These are documents that were filed against you with the courts. Let me go. We got the defamation. Mr. Whatchamacallit? Jamie, you see right here? Each one of these documents that we had to send through, there's a process server coming through your door. Let's count how many process servers. There's another process server for that. There's another process server for that. There's another process server for this. This is where you basically dox the address of my sister's place, where you put down on your site that you claim that this is where I was running my company and so forth. You dox your address. So the person who owns the building is filing criminal charges and a lawsuit against you. And I gave them your address, all your information. They got it. And my sister has all your information. She's following. And that's when I told you I works for the IRS. She was digging through your paperwork right now. And she found out about your whole perjury and LLC nonsense. So yeah, that's not going to go well for you. Let's keep going. There we go. Look at this. Every time we got one of these coming up, we got to get it's a separate charge. So he's got another process server coming to the door. Gee whiz, talk about self-destructing. That's why he's running bigger, better things. No. You're not going to bigger, better things, my friend. You're going to court. That's where you're going. So, oh, here we go. Mr. Williams, we found you right over here. This is a letter. This is what you sent, right? You sent some packages over here to the address. Yeah, right here. FBI has that package, by the way. We never opened it. They have custody of that package. Your fingerprints are inside of that package. Did you know that? That's the phantom technology. That's the stuff that whatchamacallit's afraid of. Let me see if we reach the top of this. Everything else will be on my phone, and I'll transfer it over. We can document it so you all can see it. Now you see he's just in his apartment laughing about his product being the best, but you can't sell it at all, period. And that tells you right there your stuff doesn't work. If you're going to have somebody tell you can't sell your product, right? Oh, there's Crowcast over here. More documents on you guys. Here we go. Got all kinds of documents on you guys. Look at this. We have over here, this is Solid Wake 5. You remember this one, Mr. Wake? This is where you were definitely showing at the end of the day that we can show from Homeland Security about how you basically were showing off a product that doesn't have proper testing underneath of it. You have it right there on your channel, right there, Solid Wake 5. That's you, Mr. Isn't it? And this is where you posted a picture of me, which I'm suing you for. Yeah, so you guys think you think you deleted your pages, you can get away with anything. We documented everything. I told you we document everything. Here over here, Mr. Derrick Wilson, this is the apartment you're at right now. Isn't that your building right there? It is, isn't it? My buddy went and did the rest. He figured out exactly where you're at located in that apartment, and we know the owners of the building. The property management that owns that building. That's not going to go well for you. I'm going to get you an eviction notice. Mind you, if you commit crimes, you can't stay in the building. That's the rule. So we're going to get you a nice little eviction notice when we contact the property management. Let them know that we've had a problem with you in your apartment. You have been basically attacking my company, sending us out emails, harassing us, sending out letters to people in our neighborhood, carrying on and acting up, and we need you to have you removed from the building. So don't get too comfortable. And your name shouldn't be hard to find, Mr. Williams, in that building. They should be able to find you quite nicely and quite easily. Get your attention? I think I did, didn't I? Good. Don't get comfortable. I'm going to have you removed out of the building. I don't think they can keep you in there with that kind of activity. Oh. Now, we forgot about this. This is more charges that were filed against Mr. Against Jamie. Jamie, you went and you basically doxed the address of the people who own this building right here. They're also filing criminal charges against you for doxing and posting their property without permission. See? post right on your page. You post it directly to your website. It's in your shop section right there. That's why I told you today why he removed everything off his site, because Jamie's in a lot of trouble. There are people contacting Jamie. There's letters coming to his house that, have you ever been so terrified? Well, not us, we're good. But he's so terrified, he's afraid to open up a letter. He's afraid to get mail right now, because he never knows what's going to pop up in some of that mail. Could be a summon to go to court, could be a number of things. How do you guys get yourself in this much trouble? And mind you, if we get one of you, you're going to squeal. Jamie's definitely going to squeal like there's no tomorrow. Rogers is going to squeal, because Rogers is not cut out for prison. He's just not cut out for prison. He's used to living a different comfort life, and to come out of that into a 4x8 jail cell, he's not going to do well in that situation. He may have a nervous breakdown in that environment. But remember, you got yourselves into this stuff, right? So who's to blame? Now, you see, Jamie already took flight and ran. You kind of, when you say, when he said bigger and better things, you kind of remind me of people who go to jail and they say, hey, where's so-and-so? They went to college. That's what you remind me of. But I think right now he's comfortable and he thinks that nothing's going to happen to him. And that's why we're going to send a couple of process servers to his front door to bang on his front door to let him know that, no, this is not forgotten. So we need to get you a reminder, and your wife is going to see this happen. She's going to see these process servers beat on your door. And as you saw with all those defamations you saw, there's a process server for each one of them. And I made some of the nasty attitudes. This guy calling us a scammer, screaming and yelling at us, saying we're full of crap, all kinds of stuff that we have on Mr. Derrick Wilson. Let me see over here. Mr. Derrick Wilson, you contacted my company quite a few times screaming and ranting. Let's go over to my Facebook page and let's bring you up and show you some of the letters you were sending out to neighbors trying to make trouble for us. And you're supposed to be a man of God at the end of the day? Really? That's what you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be a man of God. All right, let's see if you acted like a man of God. Let's go bring up something you basically deliberately sent to a neighbor trying to make trouble with us, and also, too, trying to disguise yourself as licensed inspection. You know I know people over there, right? Yeah, I do know people in licensed inspection. I do quite a bit. Matter of fact, the same person that you contacted to try to bring down here to make trouble for me and the people who lived at the house over there, I know him. I'm going to have a nice little talk with him about you. And what we're going to do is basically try to see if we can get you down here. Which shouldn't be a problem at all. So, you're a minister of God. That's what you said, right? All right, let's go over here to Facebook. And let's pull up my messenger. And I sent some stuff over to my account. And let's see what we find. See if your name is not sitting on the side of one of these letters. Well, you get yourself in a lot of trouble, don't you? Call yourself a man of God, did you? All right, let's see how much of a man of God you are. Let's go pull up Kenneth Bird. Go log into my account. I sent myself over some information. Let me see where it's at. Bum, 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 bum. Oops, wrong keyboard. Since right here, this is where we posted the Crow's door. Yeah, we had a process. Yeah, if you lied and said you never had a process server, no, that's his door right there, apartment E. We had a process server hit his door. Guess what, Jamie? Don't get too comfortable. I got somebody coming through real soon. And guess what? They're interesting, when I can put it that way. They're going to make sure that you received that letter in hand. And you have to go to your job to give it to you. It was still going to show up. Look at this music in the background up. So we had to post to his door the first time. But this time, this is a different process server because this is not by the CCB. This is going to be for federal court. So they're going to come right to your door. And keep in mind, it's a crime for what you committed at the end of the day. So again, good chance you might get locked up on the spot. Yeah, we got documents on everything. All right, for some reason it didn't go. I have no idea why. I didn't think of it before. We document it. We literally record everything that we do. It's documented. All right, let's bring it up. Sheesh, I can't forget about that. At the end of the day, we document literally everything that we do. Let's go in here and get us today. I'm like, what the frick are you doing? You know you document everything, right? We literally have it on recording everywhere. Let me see. 8-inch and black. Oh, man. Matter of fact, we'll get more stuff on them there, on top of that. Because we have everything documented. We got emails and stuff, voice messages where he's contacted us, screaming and yelling at us. We got all that on there. I literally forgot. That's where everything is at. Let's see, black. Mr. Minister, got what you're going to call yourself in the day. I'm going to make a special page for you on my Facebook account. And this page is going to expose you on so many levels of you being a fake preacher. Yep. So anybody basically can come by and see it and find out that you're not the real thing at the end of the day, that you've been misleading people. And I got a funny feeling that you're calling yourself a minister for tax purposes. That's what I think you're doing, because people do that stuff at the end of the day, because churches are exotic from paying taxes, and that's why it's coming off that way. We'll find out. We'll dig through your stuff. We're going to find, well, I won't be digging through your stuff, but somebody else I know will be. So let me see what we got going on here. Outdoor projection screen. Because, yeah, when people claim that, that's why. That's why they claim it. Because they don't pay taxes. That's why. They'll have a fake church and everything. There you go. All I gotta do is punch in your name and that's it. Yeah, we checked your church. You don't have a church you're under, because we searched for that one. This is your contact, and we documented all email accounts that were coming through. Look, you even have a curse word in your name. Look at that. Call yourself a minister. These are the emails he was saying. He was cursing us out. So he was sending us these fake emails. And that's his name, Brother Derrick. And look, he has a curse word next to his name. And he calls himself a preacher. Look, there's another one right here. These are all stuff that was sent by him, of him cursing us out. And you call yourself a minister at the end of the day? I knew these documents were here. We document everything. Who are you? Why are you a preacher using ASS? We try to put ZZ instead. And you call yourself a minister? You're supposed to be a man of God? Really? You're not a man of God. You're fake at the end of the day. You're a wolf in sheep's clothing. There, right there. That's the letter right there. Derrick Wilson. That's your real name. Derrick Wilson. Brother Derrick Wilson. This is a letter that you sent to a neighbor that clearly shows that you went in and wrote vicious stuff about me, evil stuff about me, and then turned around and tried to get the neighbors to get a petition against us to kick us out of the garage. This is you. That does not sound like a minister to me in any way whatsoever. I want to make a special page for you, my friend. I'm an expert in search engine optimizers. I'm going to flush you everywhere. So keep in mind that you can sit there and say, I'm slander you. No, 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 no. Slander would be putting things in there that are not true. We're going to put all the stuff that in it is true. You claim to be a minister, right? All right, then. Someone's going to reach out to you real soon. It's against the law to do what you just did. Number one, this is against the law. I don't know any preacher that would do something like this. And it's contacted. What address is on here? I wonder what address this is on here. Multiple email accounts he made up to contact us. So this address came up across the street. That address right there. He used somebody else's address. Of course, it's identity theft on top of that, buddy. That's someone else's address. But I remember something. I seen your video before, and I seen you walking out of an apartment complex. That's where you live at, across the street from an apartment complex. Where this address comes up at, it comes up, and you on Google Maps, if you turn over and look, you will see an apartment complex across the street. He used somebody else's address, which I will be contacting them and letting them know who you are, because they live right across the street from your complex. And I'm going to let them know that you used their address to commit a crime. I don't think they're going to like that. What do you think? I think they're going to be extremely upset that you, across the street in that apartment complex, going to send your face and everything over to them, that you went over and used their address to harass me over in here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I wonder who you use at the end of the day. Well, you're going to get your butt kicked at the end of the day, because again, if you use my address, I'd be ready to whip your behind. And who knows? Anyone could have came to that house. You put someone's life in danger. That's what you did. And you call yourself a minister. And you put someone's life in danger. You live across the street. Google Maps pointed across the street where you were at. And the reason why I know you're at, Mr. Williams, because I've seen you in an apartment complex walk out of that building multiple times. I've even seen you walk up, and you showed cameras of you walking in and out of the building. That's how we found out where you were at. Contacting property management of the building itself, we were able to realize exactly where you were at, Mr. Derrick Williams. Because that's what you're registered under. And we have your apartment number also, too. I know exactly where you lay your head at. So since I know where you lay your head at, that means that's where the police report went at. So you got charges filed against you now. United States Postal Service, with the letters we have here, also to have your address, too, also. And pretty soon, once I get all those documents in showing that everything has been stated, everything has been made as a case, I will be contacting your property management to get ready to get you an eviction notice to be removed from the building. Yeah, but you're not a minister in any way whatsoever. It's right there. Post our address right there. Yeah, buddy. And you're not a preacher in any way whatsoever. So what church do you? Look at the bottom of his email right here. ministerbrethren@gmail.com. He has a bunch of these. He has a bunch of these emails that were popping up in our account. And he was contacting our company, harassing our company. As a matter of fact, this is the guy who was contacting my mother and carrying on and acting up. Yeah, so when you get locked up, just to let you know, some group of people walk up to you and they begin to stomp you out. You know why? Because you messed with their mother, who is passed off this earth now. This is the guy who was harassing my mom. And they're going to see this email, by the way. By the way, let me let you know something really quick. They have a lot of ties in Maryland, so you know. The next time you want to contact my late mother and you want to carry on active and call all kinds of nasty names, they know now. And the people that live across the building, across the street from your building, who you took their address and used it to commit these crimes, they're going to find out too. But you're not a minister, buddy. Not a long shot. I don't know what minister carries himself this way. Let me see something for a minute. I'm going to go over to his account. Don't bother pulling your account down either. Look at this. This channel saying right here. This channel is dedicated to getting people to put God and Jesus first. They don't sound like you did that right there. And their lives, I want everyone to walk with God. Don't sound like you're doing that either. And Jesus. Come worship with us. So what do we have here? Cash App. I told you this, guys. It's look at this. Why do you have a Cash App here? Why do you have a Cash App here at the end of the day? Are you collecting money from people? And again, being a minister, oh my goodness. I got to get a picture of this and send this to my sister. Unbelievable. Yo, I know exactly what you're doing. I know exactly what you're doing now. I didn't even look at that at first, but I know exactly what you're doing. You're running a scam, man, as a preacher. I'm going to send this to my sister. She works for IRS. I'm going to send a picture of this. You're going to put you on an investigation as fast as possible. That is crazy. Look at this. He has a Cash App here. And under his name, Reverend. Look at this. Brother. Look at this little Derrick. He's trying to collect money. PayPal. Look at this right here. You're a scam preacher at the end of the day. You're almost as worse as those guys that use God to steal money. That's what you are. You're a fake at the end of the day, buddy. How in the world can you call yourself a preacher at the end of the day? And we got emails on our side of you cursing us out and the crimes that you just committed, and you call yourself a preacher, and then over here, you literally got a Cash App where people can Cash App you money. Well, for donations for your church. Look, you got a church in the background of the picture. Look at this. Look at this mess on this scam nonsense going on. Look at this. You got a church going on in the background. Look at that. Scam artists. I tell you, Jamie has some of the worst people I have ever seen. I see you live right now. What you in there talking about? You in there trying to cover yourself up right now? Oh, buddy, you're in a lot of trouble, man. I'm going to get you out of that building. You get an eviction notice. You're going to be investigated by the IRS. I can see right there you're basically impersonating a minister. You're not a minister whatsoever. And you got a Cash App information up there telling people, with your name on it, to send you money. Look at that. How are you going to help people walk with God? And we got stuff like this on the account of you contacting us, cursing out my company. I even got your voice recording. How does that even work, man? Screaming at people and calling them scammers. Just carrying on and acting up. Look, minister, brother. Oh, I can't wait to put you on blast, man. I'm going to send that right over to my sister as fast as possible. She's going to contact the IRS over in Maryland. Oh, buddy, you're about to get into a lot of trouble now. You're collecting money. Why are you collecting money? Why are you having people Cash App you? What's going on? That don't even look right. I got a few big boy lawyers downstairs. I'm going to send over this information to them. I was looking for his page for the longest time. And I bumped into it because I put in black paint. That's how I found him. When he popped up, I saw that which one I said, wait, this guy's calling himself a minister. I mean, nobody's calling himself a minister. But the fact that how you got this on your page, like you got this church in the background, and then going through your page where it says in your bio, you got Cash App, you got PayPal in there. You're taking donations from people. That's what you're doing. And you're not even registered anywhere. You're not a real minister. And I gotta file a criminal charge on you, man, right now. I'm gonna go over to the Allentown Police Department right now and file a criminal charge against you for basically harassing my company, of course. But basically, we have proof that you are basically faking to be a minister. And I'm gonna contact the FBI on you too. On top of that, my sister will take care of the rest of it. And you ticked her off too at that. I'm going to send this information to her so you know you got somebody who works for the IRS that's pissed at you and you have no idea how bad it's going to get. You better show that you are the real deal. You better show documents, paperwork, everything. You're going to have so much paperwork you're going to show at the end of the day. They're going to dig this up as far as it can go. You know, they can dig back as far as 10 years. You know that, right? And if you have one document out of place, you're going to jail for a long time. You know the term that whatever comes out in the dark comes out into the light, remember? I told you at the end of the day, be very careful. I hope you're in this room. I hope you're in this room listening up real carefully. You got a lot of problems coming up your way. Look at this, man. No, here he's cursing again at it. He cursed at us again. Look, he told us a broke ace scammer. Cursed at us again. And look at the top. It says email. Brother, minister, brother. So how are you collecting money from people and you this person at the end of the day? See right here what it says? It says consequences of impersonating a minister. Means that if you're convicted of impersonating a minister, the maximum consequences includes imprisonment up to 3 years. 3 years and a fine of 12,000, actually 12,500. And guess what, buddy? You meet the criteria. So they're going to dig through your books. They're going to figure out where your church is at. They're going to definitely locate the building that you're in. And from there, they're going to go in and start digging through everything. And I mean everything. You thought we were a nightmare at the end of the day. This is nothing what's about to come to you at the end of the day. So run as fast as you can. Just like Jamie, another person is going to take off running. But it's not going to help you at all, period. And trust me, you're done. Oh, man. Look at this. That's your address right there. It's right there. And that's the people you use their address without their permission. So you got mail fraud. Boy, you got a lot of stuff coming to you, man. It's going to be pretty bad. Use identity theft, took someone's name and used it for, because that's not his address right there. His address is an apartment building across from me. So when we Google mapped it, the address, we seen a house pop up. I said, okay, that must be his house. But then we turned around, we saw this apartment complex. And I was like, wait a minute, I've seen that apartment complex from somewhere. And I've seen you walking in and out of that building a couple of times. That's how we know you were over there. But you used someone else's address without their permission. So we're going to send them over some information for them, let them know that they may want to file charges against you. And I'm pretty sure they can walk right over to that building and figure out where you're at, because that's what they're going to do. See the problem you get in for basically carrying on and acting with the devil at the end of the day? The devil got you in a lot of trouble. And on top of that, the fact that you got a PayPal and Cash App up there, getting money out of people, convincing them that you're trying to help them to find the Lord and all that, and you got Cash App there collecting money from people. Boy, dirty as they get. I tell you, Jamie's surrounding of friends are about as dirty can get. Jamie, this does not make you look good in any way whatsoever. I hope you know that you're affiliated with this guy. He knows you. You can sit there and say, well, you know, I don't know this guy that well. Yes, you do, because you know why? You actually mentioned his name quite a few times. As a matter of fact, we got a video of you saying thank you, Mr. Williams, because he did a screen print review on your product. Aha, we got that copied too. Not going to go well for you at all. Let me see. Consequences of impersonating a minister. Look it up, buddy. How bad this is about to get for you. Boy, I'm telling you. You have got so much stuff. Matter of fact, the people that you took money from, you can file a lawsuit against you. Every single one of them. So you've been stealing money from people, claiming to be something that you're not. So let's get this ball rolling. When this video is up, Mr. Derrick Wilson, I'll be making a trip over to the Allentown Police Department to begin the filing of basically the end of your life. And I'm going to go over and make an appointment to meet up with the FBI to start the ball rolling. If you've been collecting funds from people and claiming to be a fake minister at the end of the day, because there's nothing on you whatsoever, including harassing and my company at the end of the day, and all this is going to be on court document. And the fact you have been collecting money, and I sat there, didn't I just tell you at the end of the day, I said, I bet you he's faking to be a minister to collect money from people because they don't pay taxes. That's almost as worse as somebody sent there and doing a GoFundMe account because they have cancer. You're basically bleeding people at the end of the day to make money off them. That's probably what's paying your rent at the end of the day at that building. Well, that's not going to happen anymore. And I'm going to get you an eviction notice in the same process too. Plus, you're going to have to worry about those people in that building over there because I don't think they're going to be too happy with you using their address without their permission. So, okay. Probably seen you in the neighborhood a few times, right? Yeah, that's probably why you keep that mask over top of your face so people don't got to identify you. I'm like a thief, aren't you? Yes, sirree. Look at that. Right there. Sitting up there, got a nerve to put Cash App right here. Reverend Brother. Now you got Reverend. Reverend Brother Derrick. put some false statement about what he's about. And he got a church in the background with his face up there. Well, his name is really Williams. Derrick Williams is his real name. That's what he contacted our email, our company accounts by. Derrick Wilson. All right, buddy. Let me get some pictures for all of this, just in case if you're bye-byes for some strange reason. Why would we go bye-bye? Who even knows, right? There we go. I'm going to send all these over to my sister, so she has a clear what you look like. And it's going. I got your information from there, your YouTube channel. I'm going to file a charge on you for fraud and some other charges I'm going to file on you. And let's see. And I want to get this again on basically the Cash App. So he's requesting from people. See, the problem is that you can't basically call yourself a minister of the church and you can't request from people money because that's against the law. Put all this down here. There we go. There we go. Can't do that. It's against the law. You get in a lot of trouble for that. FBI's getting involved, and that's federal crime right there. So you're basically scamming people at the end of the day. And then you're saying you're a man of God, but the problem is that we have you on our side of you cursing us out, carrying on, harassing our company, contacting us, harassing people in the neighborhood. That doesn't really sound like a man of God at the end of the day. You got charges coming up for that. This doesn't look good for you. See, what you have to understand, people and gentlemen, I'm trying to explain to you, when you go to court, you have to bring up, even you have some bad things against you, you have to show that you're a good person in society, that you're worth giving a second chance to. And you don't even have that. And people, and the reason why this is going to happen to you, because you robbed God. That's what you did. You call everybody else not a man of God and come at me and say, oh, you're not a man of God, you're definitely, you actually are stealing from God. You're sitting up there telling people that you're this holy man at the end of the day, and you're trying to help people to get close to God. How are you going to help people get closer to God when you're over there on our accounts, carrying on and acting up, cursing us out, using curse words and acting up, and doing that kind of nonsense at the end of the day? And then you want to basically turn around and you want to collect money from people. Because we got a Cash App here, link here. Calling yourself Reverend. That's what the abbreviation for Reverend is. R-E-V. Reverend, brother, Derrick. And then you got over here, you got a PayPal here. I'm going to contact PayPal in here. I'm going to get your PayPal account shut down. I'm also going to contact the Cash App too. Once we get those documents back, showing your docket numbers that these charges are being filed against you, we're going to contact these agencies and get your accounts taken down. Because you're scamming people. That's what you're doing. And we're going to send them all the information showing that you are not a reverend in any way whatsoever, because I did look it up and we couldn't find anything underneath of you. You don't have a license. You don't have any kind of scholarship. You have no doctrine. It doesn't tell where you went to school. Nothing. First of all, I've seen your handwriting. There's no way in the world that the way you spell things out, there's no way in the world that you're a reverend. You know how hard it is to be a reverend at the end of the day? You have seen some of the words written in the Bible. Most of them are hard enough to even say. Imagine spelling them out. You would have to know this stuff. How do you pass that at the end of the day when you can't even write fence correctly? You spell fence incorrectly. I got to show you this. The letter. This is the letter he sent over to him. He spelled fence incorrectly. It's like you have an education of a freaking 3-year-old. So how would you have ever graduated from a school, a college? You have to go to college for that. There's no way in the world. You're faking it. And I sat there and said on camera, what did I say? He's probably doing it for taxes. Literally said, and what would we find up there? Cash App, PayPal, to get people to donate him money. You're a scam artist. How many of these emails are fake and how many real? Because we got dozens of emails from this guy. Well, guess what, buddy? You're on blast now. You're a dirty individual, man. Who should you call on my phone? Got your voice in your face, buddy.
this is what I'm going to do. You're in Maryland, right? I'm going to Maryland to follow Trump.
Yeah, you're going to be there, buddy. Yeah, we definitely going to come for you.
We did that demonstration. We went in. Summer, we should have you guys all in.
So you're a minister calling people up acting like that?
Solid people off. So, I've been ripping people off for 12 years. For one thing, my PayPal account wouldn't be in the actual company's account, harassing them, claiming to be a minister, which you are not.
That's you. That's your voice. We found you on YouTube. We actually were able to, my buddy came on YouTube. He took your voice recording from your channel, different channel. It all matches perfectly clear. That's you. Voice recognition software. That's what he used on you. So he was able to take voice bites from your channel, 5 of them, and match them. Every single one was identical match. It came from you. How can I say how bad this is going to be for you? You look like an older guy. Mind you, these charges you're going to have against you, you're never getting out of jail, ever. You're going to spend the remaining of your time in behind bars. And the fact that you're basically going to call on God when you ripped them off and stole money from them, because that's what you did. You have the nerve to contact me on my phone and tell me that I'm a rip-off artist and I've been doing it for 12 years, when you're on here clearly claiming to be a minister, a reverend, a man of God, and you have a Cash App sitting up there and a PayPal, and we've got you in recordings cursing us out, harassing our company's account and cursing us out. Really? Sending letters through the mail, which again, post office mail fraud right from the door. That doesn't sound like a preacher to me at all, period. And then you got a nerve to be taking money from people. Any of that money been reported to the IRS? I don't think it has been. So the person who you contacted in that building, yeah, you're about to have a nightmare, buddy. I'm going to send that over to her. As a matter of fact, I'll personally take it over. I can't wait. Her face is going to light up. She's going to find you, Mr. Williams. You're going to get a chance to meet my family member. And they're, again, in that field that they're in, you're about to be in a lot of trouble. Yeah, your life is about to change real quick. Whatever's in the dark comes out of light. I told you, this is interesting. In 2025, that these guys are going to get rounded up one by one, and each one of them are going to jail. Mr. Rogers, I'll be seeing you soon, just to let you know. Mr. Matthews, I will be seeing you soon. And Mr. Solidwake 5, as in Daniel McAfee, we will be seeing you soon. Gentlemen, when you see me in a courtroom, remember, your life is over. There is no more, I'm going to go walk out in the grass and hug my family. It's over. That's it. I've got enough evidence to bury you for a very long time. And we keep finding more stuff on you. It's interesting. In fact, it opens up to us. We find so much stuff. I would have never known that you were taking money from people claiming to be a preacher that you're not. So, Mr. Williams, or is what you are, you better dig up some kind of document, paperwork, something at the end of the day, because they're going to dig through all your credentials at the end of the day. And since you did commit this crime in your building, because you did send these letters from your building, I'm going to get you an eviction notice. I'm going to get you kicked from your building. You're going to be homeless pretty soon and penniless when I get done with you. And you won't have your freedom to go with it because you're going to jail. And you thought you don't get away with it, right? No. Okay, well, let's get you to the blacklist so we can get you pumped everywhere. Fake preacher. Gee whiz Louise. Man, I just got finished having this conversation about fake people who are fake that basically steal money from God. And this guy's in here with a freaking PayPal and Cash App account, and they're ripping people off, calling himself a minister, and he does this stuff at the end of the day. Another video to make on you. We're going to talk about you ripping people off as a fake preacher. That's coming next in the next video. We'll be back.